Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine when you're completely alone? Well, you might not be as alone as you think, especially if you're in Texas. The Lone Star State, with its sprawling deserts, dense forests, and historic battlefields, is a hotbed of spectral whispers and ghostly apparitions. From the foggy roads of East Texas to the bustling streets of San Antonio, tales of the supernatural are as vast as the state itself. These stories are not just urban legends, they are woven into the very fabric of Texas history, making it a prime destination for those who seek to encounter the unknown. Join us as we explore 5 of the most haunted places in Texas that might just make you believe in the supernatural. Nestled in the quiet town of Jefferson, the Grove is as beautiful as it is eerie. The history of the Grove stretches back to the 19th century, where it started as a peaceful family home. However, over the years, this charming abode has gathered a quite different reputation, becoming known for its spectral sightings and mysterious occurrences. It is said that the house is haunted by the spirits of its past residents, most notably a lady dressed in white who drifts through the garden like a whisper of smoke. Visitors and locals alike have reported a multitude of unexplained events. Doors slam shut without a breeze, phantom footsteps echo in empty rooms, and a peculiar chill seems to settle in the air, even on the warmest of Texas days. These occurrences became particularly pronounced during renovation efforts in the late 20th century, as if the spirits themselves were resisting changes to their eternal dwelling. One cannot walk through the Grove without feeling the weight of eyes unseen, watching from the shadows. The lady in white is not the only ghost said to roam its halls. There are tales of a former owner, who is occasionally seen looking out of the window, perhaps reminiscing about days gone by, or maybe keeping an eye on those who now tread through his once cherished home. With its serene setting and spooky visitors, the Grove stands as a must-visit for those who chase after ghostly tales. Whether it's the allure of its beauty or the chill of its ghostly inhabitants, the Grove promises an encounter that bridges the gap between the past and the present, between the explainable and the supernatural. So tread lightly and watch closely. You never know who you might meet at the Grove. With its serene setting and spooky visitors, the Grove stands as a must-visit for those who chase after ghostly tales. Imagine checking into a hotel where the guests might include the living and the dead. Welcome to the Excelsior House Hotel in Jefferson, Texas, an establishment that marries Victorian elegance with eerie tales whispered through its long hallways. Nestled in the historic heart of Jefferson, the Excelsior House has stood since the mid-19th century, making it one of the oldest hotels in Texas. Its walls, draped in opulent Victorian decor, are not just home to a rich history, but also to a few spectral residents who seem reluctant to check out. Guests and staff alike have reported a variety of ghostly encounters. Imagine settling into your room and noticing a rocking chair that begins to sway gently, with no breeze or visible cause. Many have witnessed this peculiar phenomenon, often attributing it to the ghost of a former guest, still enjoying the comforts of their favorite chair. But perhaps the most chilling of all the hotel's otherworldly inhabitants is the ghost of a headless man. Seen in the dead of night, this eerie apparition wanders the halls, perhaps in search of something, or someone, lost long ago. The story goes that he was a railroad worker who met a grisly fate near the hotel, and his spirit has lingered ever since. Whether it's the allure of history or the thrill of encountering a ghost, Excelsior House Hotel promises an unforgettable stay. Each creaking floorboard and fleeting shadow in the mirror adds to the spine-tingling sensation of stepping into another era, one where the boundaries between the past and the present might just be as thin as the veil between the living and the dead. So if you find yourself drawn to the charm of yesteryear and the thrill of the supernatural, this hotel awaits with its doors eerily open. Whether it's the allure of history or the thrill of encountering a ghost, Excelsior House Hotel promises an unforgettable stay. Abandoned places have their own tales, and Yorktown Memorial Hospital has stories that can chill you to the bone. Nestled in the quiet town of Yorktown, South Texas, this forsaken hospital was once a bustling facility dedicated to healing. Opened in 1950, It primarily served as a treatment center for those grappling with drug and alcohol addiction. However, its doors closed in the late 80s, leaving behind more than just medical equipment and empty beds. Since its abandonment, Yorktown Memorial Hospital has become a hotspot for paranormal investigators and those curious about the supernatural. The hospital, now shrouded in decay, is said to be haunted by the spirits of former patients and staff, with reports of over 2,000 deaths in its history. These spirits aren't known for being shy. Many visitors recount experiences with aggressive spectral figures and the eerie sensation of being watched. The most chilling encounters include hearing unexplained voices that seem to echo through the empty halls. Some visitors have even reported hearing their names called out by invisible presences, turning their explorations into nerve-wracking experiences. These auditory phenomena often occur alongside sudden drops in temperature and the inexplicable malfunctioning of electronic devices, classic signs of paranormal activity. For those brave enough to face the spirits of the past, Yorktown Memorial Hospital awaits. This dilapidated structure doesn't just offer a peek into a forgotten chapter of medical history, but also a gateway to the unknown realms of ghostly encounters. Whether it's the thrill of the hunt or a genuine interest in the afterlife that draws you in, Yorktown Memorial Hospital remains one of the most chilling places to test the courage of any who dare enter. The question remains, are you ready to listen to the stories the spirits are dying to tell? For those brave enough to face the spirits of the past, Yorktown Memorial Hospital awaits. 1. A site of bloodshed and battles, Presidio La Bahia is no stranger to ghost stories. Nestled in the heart of Goliad, this historical fortress holds a pivotal place in the narrative of the Texas Revolution. It was here where the dim echoes of the past are not just heard but felt through the tales of those who once defended these grounds with their lives. Fort itself, with its robust stone walls and antique cannons, serves as a stark reminder of the conflicts and sacrifices made during its time. 2. It's not just the architecture that captivates those who walk its grounds. It's the chilling presence of the past, often felt through the spectral sightings reported over the years. Visitors and paranormal enthusiasts recount eerie encounters with the spirits of fallen soldiers, seen patrolling the fort as if their duty never ended. Ghostly figures clad in battle-worn uniforms appear with expressions of solemn determination, vanishing as silently as they emerge. 3. But perhaps the most heart-wrenching of all is the tale of the crying woman. Legend has it, on stormy nights, her mournful sobs permeate the thick air of the fort, a lament for lost love or perhaps a tragedy born of the war. Cries, so deeply intertwined with the local folklore, send shivers down the spines of those who hear them, leaving an indelible mark of sorrow mixed with eerie fascination. 4. If the walls of Presidio La Bahia could talk, they would whisper tales of heroism and haunting. As the fort continues to stand against the tests of time, the stories of those spectral inhabitants remind us that some histories refuse to be forgotten, echoing endlessly through the annals of time. Remember the Alamo? Well, some say its defenders never left. Nestled in the heart of San Antonio, the Alamo is not just a monument to Texas independence, but a repository of deep, lingering echoes from the past. In 1836, this mission-turned fortress was the stage for one of the most poignant battles in American history, where a small group of Texans held out for 13 desperate days against the overwhelming forces of Mexican General Santa Anna. Visitors today often speak of an inexplicable chill that descends upon them as they walk through the chapel and barracks, where the air seems thick with the presence of the Alamo's fallen. It's here among these hallowed walls that people report sightings of ghostly figures in coonskin caps and old Texan uniforms, appearing so suddenly and vividly, it's as if the fog of time has momentarily lifted. Guides and tourists alike whisper about the sound of musket fire in the dead of night, or the faint echo of drum beats, as if the battle rages on in some unseen fold of time. Some have even described encounters with a spectral figure believed to be James Bowie, once vibrant and defiant, now eternally guarding the grounds of his final stand. The Alamo's garden, a spot of relative tranquility by day, transforms as dusk falls. Here, the soft murmur of voices in hushed, urgent conversation can sometimes be heard, carried on the breeze like the remnants of some long-forgotten council of war. The Alamo not only embodies the spirit of Texas independence, but perhaps spirits of another kind as well. As history whispers through the arches and alcoves, those who listen might just find themselves transported across the centuries, standing shoulder to shoulder with the ghosts of heroes whose stories are the bedrock of Texan pride. Indeed, at the Alamo, the past is never truly past. It lingers, waiting to be remembered and revered. And maybe, just maybe, to remind us that some spirits are destined to remain forever Texan. From historic hotels to abandoned hospitals, Texas holds its ghostly residents close. Throughout our journey, we've traversed the eerie corridors of the Grove, felt the chilling presence at Excelsior House Hotel, heard the whispers of Yorktown Memorial Hospital, stood on the haunted grounds of Presidio La Bahia, and sensed the echoes of the past at the Alamo. Each site, steeped in a rich tapestry of history and mystery, beckons both skeptics and believers into a world where the paranormal might just intersect with the everyday. Whether you're a ghost hunter or simply a curious traveler, these haunted sites in Texas offer a peek into the eerie and the unknown. Dare to visit, and who knows what you'll discover.